Hello and welcome to today's episode of Silk and Soil. I am so grateful to have you here. If you haven't already, maybe grab a cuppa or a drink of your choice and just get comfortable if you can. Obviously, if you're driving, don't do that. Today I'll be talking to you about the womb as a compass. And I guess I want to start off first of all with, as women, we've been taught a number of things. Number one, we've been taught that the womb is just an organ, right? We bleed once a month if you're regular, and it's an organ. We birth children if you want to choose to, and that's it. And number two, we are also taught to overwrite our womb at the same time. So it is very contradictory. First of all, we've been told, well, the womb is an organ, so you are having your cycles monthly, but then you're also taught to overwrite that cycle, that womb, that organ, right? And this is the conversation that we are having today, and just coming back to the, I want to say, centeredness and rootedness within our womb space. Because yes, we are women, we have our wombs, there are organs, but the womb is so much more than an organ. The womb energetically holds everything, your stories, your conditioning, your beliefs, your creativity, all of the stories that you've been told, all of the things that you've been told that might not be yours to carry. The womb energetically holds all of that. And on top of that, energetically, it also holds anything that you give birth to. And that might be a human being, that might be a business that you're birthing, an offer within your business that you're birthing, anything sort of creative, speaking, anything that is moving through you that you're birthing, energetically comes from your womb as well. And all of these things, even if you were to look at it as just an organ, and it is just there to I nearly said build. That's not the right words. Grow and birth your baby. Grow was the word I was looking for. Your baby inside of you, that has all an energy. And yes, our body is really amazing, and when we are growing this child, rearranging essentially all of our insides for us. And I'm not downplaying any of that, but from my perspective, from my wisdom that I carry, the womb is just so much more, and energetically it holds absolutely everything. And it's one of those things that is a real secret weapon within our femininity, and within just really anchoring back into ourselves. And I guess before I really dive into that, it's just really understanding that the womb is just a really profound energy center, which is linked to different parts within our body. And it is linked to the heart, which is why a lot of times with my clients I do a heart womb connection meditation. And it's also linked to your throat. And just to sort of think about that from an energetic point of view, like the womb is connected to the heart and the throat. And there is a thing before I gave birth that I read was like, when you're in labor, like relax your jaw, relax your throat, because that will relax your cervix. And even like in childbirth, there is that recognized link. So there is like a true like link here as well with like the communication, like when you're thinking about your sort of throat, like the witch wound comes through when I think of the throat, and it's like expression, right? And all of this is like linked energetically already, even before we even dive into anything else. Like just really like let that land. Like your womb is just like really connected to like your like deep enough feelings, like longings, your dreams, desires through your heart, and then like your communication, your expression, and like through the throat. And when we as women a lot of times think of like expression and communication, apparently I can't talk today, sorry about that. For a lot of women what comes up is like the witch wound, and that still now comes up for me too. So there's like a real link between all of these energetic centers, and like in my world that's almost a given. I like do energy healing on the chakra system. I'll do also energy healing on the womb. It's just one of the things I do, and just to like balance that all out. But like the womb itself, like if you think about just like the desires, the dreams in your heart, and then your communication expression in your throat, that all linking back to your womb space and the profound energy center, it's then starting to like think about like my womb is like, it's like a real anchor, it's like a real compass, and it always has been. We've just either not been taught how to use this compass, or we've forgotten, essentially, because we've been overriding ourselves so much. And like the womb as a compass is your way back, like to your true self, like through all of like those deep layers inside of you that you've been hiding away, where you maybe haven't spoken your truth, or haven't communicated your feelings, or have like shut off a dream of yours, or a desire even, because of something someone said, or you maybe didn't think or feel like you were good enough. And all of that is being communicated back to your womb. And I just want to take a moment just to like breathe into that, because I feel like this episode, even though I didn't mean to, but it started quite heavy. So if you can, if it's safe for you to do so, maybe just closing your eyes here for a moment and placing your hands onto your belly. And then just breathing into your hands. There's like nothing to do here for you. There's nothing to adjust. Just be in the moment, just holding your womb space, starting to like connect to it. And maybe start to see all of those like connections, like the energetic cords that are being held. Just breathing deeply here. And just know what, if there's anything that's coming up at the moment, just notice that. Notice whatever comes up. There's nothing for you that you need to do with that right now. Maybe if it energetically feels right for you, the thing that has come up, place it onto a cloud in front of you. And then on your next exhale, just blow that cloud away. And then just staying here for a few more moments. And then when you're ready, just gently coming back into the space, back into your body. And then you can open your eyes again, or you can keep them closed and just listen. That's fine as well. But this practice that I've actually just done with you, I might actually pull that out and do that as a separate one. That practice is really, really good just to come back to yourself, just to connect to that womb space. Because often when we think about meditation, or like when we're like in this like headspace, that it's almost like we need to do something, but what we actually need to do is just sit down, slow down, connect back to our womb space, back to our body, back to our true self. And this is a beautiful practice that we can just quickly do. It was literally like, I think 2 minutes long. And it is really helpful when we like have questions, if we're at crossroads, if we need some answers. Because instead of using our head, we might as well use like our womb, right? And just see what our womb has to say. Because it has all of the answers. Like as I said in the beginning, obviously everything, like it is linked, it holds everything. It's linked to our throat, to our heart. There's just so much more that we can go into it, but this is where I want to focus this episode on. And it's all about just slowing it down and just really start to listen. And as women, and I know I have for a lot of years, I had no idea how to even do that. And if you would have told me, oh, just sit down, put your hand on your womb space and breathe, I would have told you to get lost probably. Just like, yeah, right, whatever. But this is literally where we start. And if you feel very, very like disconnected from all of this, and you don't know really how to listen, and this might be a practice that you have to come back to over and over and over again until it starts to almost click, in the sense of you sit down and just the act of sitting down and it's like a ritual, and your body instantly knows just to slow down. It just does it. Like in the space where I'm sitting at the moment, it's where I record pretty much all of my podcasts, because it's like a space where I feel like very grounded. I'm literally sitting on the ground. It's the same space where I do my like morning sits, where I do meditations. I actually work quite a lot out of this space. It's not necessarily comfortable for a very long time, but from an energetic point of view, I've almost trained my body, my nervous system, to just be like really rooted here, like grounded, centered. which is what I want these episodes to be. Because I want to help you to like really connect to that inside bit, and like listening to your womb space, to that inner voice, that inner knowing. It's the easiest thing to be said, but the hardest thing to actually do. Because it takes so much trust. Because if you're anything like me, and if you're here, you will be, there will be part of you in your head that says, yeah, but whatever, that can't be true what comes through. Like, I'm just making this up. Whatever it is that comes through, right? I had these thoughts many times. It's just like, did I really just think that? No, that can't come through. I've made that up. I think that a lot because this is how I channel a lot of my content, or my ideas for content or podcasts. So it's just like, nah, that's surely someone planted that. That's just not come through. But this is like really, as women, it's all about like coming back to this center of ours, because this is where everything lies. And once we start connecting to the center, we can work with all of the different layers of ourselves and start peeling those layers back and peeling those things back that are just not meant for us to carry, that we're not meant to carry. And things that were never ours to carry in the first place, like the conditioning and stories that we've been told from like little kids onwards, that were just opinions and preconceptions and conditionings from the people that told us themselves. And I'm not saying that was anything wrong with what they done. That's never what it is about. But like, when you are like, a lot of women, and again, I know because I like have that same sort of thought pattern a lot of times. They think I'm not good enough. I think that a lot of times. I'm just thinking about, where is that coming from? That's not my thought or my belief. It's just something that I've heard, whether it may be externally or internally, so many times that I started to believe it, but deep down, that's not my core belief. And this is something that I can look at when I'm doing like my womb journeys and start breaking all of that down. And I have broken that down a lot. And like every time when I do like a womb journey, like different things come up. That's the fun thing. This is why I never plan, oh, let's work with this thing. I even guide myself, but I never say, oh, today we're working on the belief that you're not good enough, for example. Though I could, but I go more with the flow of what is actually coming through in that moment, and I can't plan that as such because I'm not in the field then. But when I'm working with myself or with my clients, I'm in the field and I can feel, I can see, I know what is coming through, and I can address that. And that is a like gift that I had to that's come from like me listening to my own womb space and like the energy and like the wisdom that's held there. Because oftentimes, especially as women, especially if you're quite intuitive, and even if you're not actually, when you hear that inner voice, you question it. And the thing is, like, everyone experiences that inner voice slightly in a different way. Like, I literally hear it as my own voice, the majority of times at least. And I was just like, hang on, what did I just say that myself? Did I just come through? Like, is that actually my inner, like? And there are so many thoughts that used to come up, whereas now I'm just like, okay, fine, like, this is what you want, great. And that's the sort of wisdom that's coming through. And as I say, like the listening part is like the easiest thing to see and say, but the hardest thing to do, especially if you've been like overriding and been taught to override like your whole being essentially. And override, like, as I've been taught to override like essentially my whole cycle, just to operate more like a man, like from an energetic point of view, just like to keep going. Whereas like as women, we're not meant to be like that. We are meant to like have ups and downs. We're meant to fluctuate. That's just the very nature of being cyclical, right? And this is where I always say, just start there. Start with your cycle. Really tune in with where you are in your cycle, and get wisdom from that part of your cycle, because every cycle has, or every part of your cycle, so whether you're in summer, spring, winter, or autumn, I don't know why I just said that in such a random way, like in such a random order, that's the word. But all of those different parts have got different wisdom for you. And it's really starting to tune into that. But first of all, before you're able to tune into that, you need to know where you are in your cycle, what kind of generally energy there is behind. And this is all like really where you sort of start to like really go deep and listen. So what I'll actually do, I think for next week, I will be recording an episode about like the cyclical nature, like cyclical being, living cyclical with the different, like with the, I really can't talk today. I don't want to say areas, with the different parts of the cycle, like almost like archetype kind of thing, to help you go even deeper. But today I just want to like really start it off to like really just for you to stop and notice where you are, also energetically, and then to just check where you are in your cycle, and just to start really listening to your body. Just do this like little 2-minute kind of check-in every day. I'm actually I think I'm gonna pull that out and put that in as a separate, like a bonus episode after this, so you can have that like completely separate as well. But this is really where we start to use the room as a compass, as like to really listen. Just like when you have that question, like which way to go, which, what should I do, instead of asking someone else, you start to like sit down and just check in with yourself first. And this is what this episode is all about for me, and this is why I wanted just to start here. And as I said, like next week, what I'll do, I'll be recording like the cyclical being, so that we can really check into that, and you can go even deeper from this episode. But for the moment, thank you so much. I hope you like this episode and the little bonus episode that I'm going to be doing with this one. And then I will talk to you next week for the being all in your cyclical rhythm. Until then, bye.